Okay, new diary entry number 4. Um, I um, I'll just start up, see what it looks like. So what's new? You see there's all kinds of items here. Not really sure exactly what state it was in the last diary, but I reworked a lot of this stuff, so uh, nothing of these are represented as blocks anymore. I mean, these are blocks, but these are items that are placed in a position on the map. So when we spawn agents, this guy he shows some items and equip them. So now we can see here what he shows, show what he has chosen. So he shows a bronze tunic here, which apparently has very good stats for him, he decides. Also he has a generated name, Pomkef. Or Pomkef, that's a pretty good name, I guess. So he has +2 to work speed and light radius, and so I just have some. This system is not very mature yet, but it's generated depending on what quality. I mean, bronze is obviously pretty good quality. It's hard to make, and also we see here that this is purple, so that actually represents a very rare type of bronze tunic. Whereas we have, he shows very good ones because he could choose whatever he wanted. But if we get some more here, here gray. This is very low potential in these items, but they still can be good. And there are some left here because they are probably negative impact. So I built all this item system, and it's actually paired. It works together with system for the actual. I see these names are a little bit more obscure. Iaink, Cal. That's pretty cool. Li, Li. So, and these are skills, or I don't really know what they should be called. I guess skills. So nutrition. This guy needs to eat more than usual, but he can drink less, and it's probably due to some. Yeah, he has some stats here on this gear. So if we tell this guy to be, the first thing is that if I tell him to mine these blocks, nothing happens. But if we create a miner, he actually mines them. And now he is a miner, so he shows his path, line of work. And you can choose some different. Here, a woodworker, obviously. Oh, this guy, he goes and picks up a saw. Now we can go chop down those. But you can always haul the stuff to the place where. But we need a builder to create. Yeah, so we created a table there. There's a new item, is an anvil, which is used by the armor smith. So the armor smith uses a hammer as well. And when I tell him, he goes and makes. It takes some time, and he made another leather helmet. A little unfortunate that nobody wanted the first leather helmet, because he puts it in the same place. So if I make an armor smith here, he can go and somebody picked it up. He makes so good leather helmet. Yeah. So that is pretty much like as far as functionality goes. On the other hand, I mean, this is, yeah, that's the functionality that's in place, I think. I'll see my checkbox, little checklist here. I created a view, create names, professions, items, yeah, and change representation on the map, so we can have items on the map, not only blocks. And my distinction there is basically if you can pick it up and put it in your pocket, then it's an item. But if it's something solid like a stone block, then it's obviously a block. So the trees, you cannot really put them in your pocket unless they're logs. So the trees are blocks and the logs are items. I've been streaming a lot of my my work, and I got some French guys in the other day, and I thought it was pretty funny when they saw my. They were really into like technical specifications. So when they saw my frames per second, this guy wrote in French, takes a rope and attached to the ceiling. I guess he hangs himself when he saw how incredibly bad my performance was. Because yeah, I do a lot of stuff that is suboptimal. I mean, but he thought it was. he took it very personal. So when it comes to the design of this, it seems like some things become very generic, like items. For example, how to construct an item. What kind of stuff do you need to construct a leather helmet? Oh, you need 3 leather heights, etc. This is very nice to have in a separate configuration file, so you can just add items. So when I drew these variations of the items, I could just copy them out and paste them in the content file. It worked nice. But other stuff like how you handle professions. I can see Armorsmith might have some. What is happening? A lot of stuff becomes very specific very quickly. Like, I mean, you could have this in external files as well, but it feels I don't have any need for that right now, because I want to define like what skills and what can different professions do. But the professions will become very diverse. I mean, the list I have now is some crafters and some gatherers and a builder and an initiate, which is nothing. But potentially I want to be able to add really different professions as well, like maybe a salesman who can travel the world and sell whatever you decide to build in this town. And I mean, that kind of profession has very little to do with the crafting profession, like when it comes to implementation of behavior. So I'm just going. I'm coding in all the behavior for now. Also rendering. I did this. This is a very temporary menu, so you can actually select. You select miner and this guy becomes a miner. Vu Poji. Yeah. So I still feel that I do rudimentary stuff to get the system up and running. And to be like in a state where the game is actually playable, I need to introduce a time aspect. So, I mean, the dwarves should age and die, and they should reproduce, and also they should. I mean, there should be some meta game state of like, okay, your dwarves are dying out, your population is dying out, or you don't have enough food, or you have enough food, or whatever. So these kind of aspect needs to be introduced, because now I mean I have a structure for items, and even though they don't really affect the gameplay, that's not super interesting right now, I think. So I'm gonna focus, hopefully, the upcoming nights on that. So yeah, I think that's it. I made the source code closed source, but in practice that has no effect, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Laters.